Well, after centuries of bigotry, Oxford University has finally hired its very own Chief Diversity Officer. Ho-hum, I hear you say. And yes, there's nothing unusual about academics abandoning the traditions of merit on which their institutions were founded and hiring a commissar to oversee groovy new diversity quotas, even if they are from one of the oldest and formerly most prestigious campuses in Christendom. But wait till you hear who Oxford's new Chief Diversity Officer is. It's our very own former Australian Race Discrimination Commissioner, Tim Soutphommasane. In its announcement, Oxford University said Soutphommasane had, in his previous role, led Australia's, quote, anti-racism strategy and various initiatives on diversity and leadership, unquote. Well, perhaps he did, but he also led an anti-free speech strategy and at least one initiative to whip up rabid mob hatred. Soutphommasane, you will recall, was one of the people who deliberately misinterpreted the famous Bill Leak cartoon of 2016, which accurately depicted the main cause of juvenile delinquency among Indigenous kids, the breakdown of the family unit. This was and still is a desperately heartbreaking phenomenon. But that's not how Soutphommasane saw Leak's cartoon. He was more outraged by Leak daring to draw an unflattering image of an Aboriginal man. On the day the cartoon was published, Soutphommasane was quoted saying the cartoon racially stereotyped Aboriginal men and anyone offended by it should lodge a complaint with his Royal Human Rights Commission. The mob leapt into action. Leak was vilified mercilessly on social media for being racist and was tied up in an exhausting legal battle with the AHRC for most of his remaining 7 months on Earth, before dying of a heart attack in March 2017. For a man with such a track record, Soutphommasane's new gig at Oxford should be like shooting fish in a barrel. His new job will be to, quote, address racism, tackle bullying, increase the proportion of black and ethnic people in senior academic research and professional roles, and close the ethnicity pay gap. In other words, all he has to do is accuse Oxford of struggling to abandon its colonial past, appoint a few fellow woke coloured people in senior roles, and wait for the media and the dons to pat him on the back for his brave work. But will he defend the world's truly most oppressed people? You see, 3 years ago, Oxford University awarded a rare honorary qualification to a Chinese businessman linked to the Communist Party. The honorary qualification was later admitted to be, quote, meaningless. This suggests the university is, like many universities these days, significantly reliant on CCP money. I'm sure this will be one of the first items on Soutphommasane's agenda. If he truly cares about equality, he will insist on quotas for Uyghurs, Tibetans, Falun Gong members and other minorities when the university hands out its 20 annual Chinese Oxford scholarships. If not, then Soutphommasane runs the risk of being mistaken for a shameless, pious hypocrite. Over to you, Tim. We look forward to you bravely defending the truly oppressed at Oxford University as passionately as you vilified Bill Leak.